Here at the Giver Marketing Network, we don't leave you drifting out in space. We connect you to a coach who will help you build and grow your marketing business. Our process acts as a guide on how to connect with other businesses, maintain good relations, and establish a presence on the Giver Marketing Network. Each member within this collaborative group will have the opportunity to leverage your talent and influence, a true network effect. If you are looking to collaborate on more projects, welcome to the Giver Marketing Network, the most trusted and highest rated collective of specialists on the planet. Here we have a group of like-minded professionals who focus on making valuable introductions and helping each other grow by teaming up. Imagine Upwork meets a network and a coach. The talent collectively includes services like visibility and SEO, creating logos, designing websites, managing social media, outreach messaging, visual storytelling, and much more. Think of what you could do with laser-focused allies, strengthening your business while offering your talents to the entire network. Click near this video for more information.
Welcome everybody to the Giver Marketing Network broadcast. Deane, it's been a while. I'm super excited to connect here again, and we're going to talk about something that we all been talking about, and that you and I have been we've been playing with these tools and trying to figure out how to apply them. We're sort of explorers trying to figure out this world of artificial intelligence, ladies and gentlemen. So, Christine, You've been sort of introducing me to some things. When it comes to AI, I've been introducing you to a few things as well. What have you been noticing out there in the world? I'm just kind of curious of your perspective on it.
It's just amazing. It's so fast paced. Every time you turn around, there's a new version. There's this. It's crazy. There's so many options. It's hard to figure out which ones are the best ones to use. Which ones are which are the latest, greatest. Which ones are, I just can't keep up, right? There's just so much. You can't claim yourself an expert. It's like technology. Wait 30 seconds, you're no longer an expert. Everything's changed, right? So I love how we just keep each other up to date on, hey, have you seen this one? Have you seen, right? So we've got some really cool toys that we've been playing with.
Well,
and
hey,
my clients are loving them. They really are.
The clients, power partners, team members, we're all sort of taking our game to a whole nother level. I'm seeing 2x, 3x production, efficiency, and effectiveness. Don't forget effectiveness. We need both to make something worthwhile, generally speaking. So let's jump right in, Christine. This is going to be a fun conversation. If nothing else, we're going to be able to share a few fun tools that we're experimenting with, playing with in the backgrounds of our projects, and we can just kind of go from there. There's going to be two tools that are obviously not mentioned in this training today or in this exploration today. One is GPT, and another one is Claude. Those two are sort of the elephants in the room when it comes to sort of, people tend to sort of gravitate towards one or the other for their main AI experience when it comes to just daily use, sort of the basic level AI tool of choice for many. But I will say this, you don't want to sort of sleep on them. So if you haven't tried this thing called ChatGPT or this thing called Claude.ai built by Anthropic, you definitely want to sort of start there. But we're going to get into some other maybe lesser known tools or tools that maybe not everybody really talks about as much, and that's going to be kind of fun today. So let's dive in. All right, so I'm Timothy Morgan, founder, CEO of Giver Marketing Network as well.
And I'm Christine Deane, team director. I love having fun and organizing and helping out with the team.
We have a lot of these broadcasts, so you'll see us here every Tuesday, 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern time. Christine Deane is always interviewing folks. I'm chiming in every once in a while when I can. And our goal today is to save you time and just make sure that you can connect to your audience, to get your projects done as quickly as possible. We're a coaching first or a coaching centric organization. So we don't leave you alone. Like we're here to help you. Christine's right there with you, sort of walking along with you. I do some of that as well. It just depends on what you need. We can point you to the right coach. So that's super fun. Our tribe is super trusted. They're vetted. We have a rigorous interview process, and because of that, we're the highest rated and reviewed network of marketing specialists. You can always look us up online in some way, shape, or form. You can GPT us, you can Google us, you can do whatever you'd like to find out more about us. This is what clients are saying about us. You can see more of that Google reviews online. You can just do a quick search of some kind, and you'll find all the kind words and all the results that we've been able to get our clients. Okay. Here's our core values. We always like to sort of give a nod or an honorable mention to our core values so people know where we're coming from. I won't go into those today, but if you're here today on this broadcast, you're watching it either live or recorded, you're going to be blessed. Like, it's going to be a super fun experience. Buckle up, hold on, get ready, because if you're hungry, coachable, and passionate, we're here to help you learn, grow, maybe think about one or two things you haven't picked up before, and we're going to do that with you right now. If you haven't heard before, we have something called the Giver Marketing Blueprint, where we focus in on branding, visibility, promotion, nurturing. I have a book coming out with the same concepts. It's a fictional work around branding, visibility, promotion, nurturing. Reach out to me if you want to learn more about that. But ultimately, those are the 4 aspects of marketing that we always like to apply: automation and AI and different tools too. So we're going to talk just briefly about 1 or 2 automation tools, but mostly AI tools today. Okay, so let's go, Christine. First one is Zapier. Zapier is sort of the tool that most have heard about. Honorable mention might be a tool called Make. There's a new one that is sort of taking shape in the AI world, just because of how it functions, called N8N, the letter N, the number 8, the letter N. And these are really your back office automation tools. They make things happen when this happens, then this triggers that. When this happens, it triggers that. When this happens, it triggers that. And that has to do with software or tools or platforms of any kind. That is between Zapier and Make and N8N. You'll definitely save a ton of time. Just start. If you don't know anything about automation or AI, start with one of these tools. Maybe do a little research real quick and see if it saves you 100 hours this year, like it has me.
I love it. I got to say, Timothy, when it comes to this, it helps connect things, right? So you've got all these different programs out there. Well, how do you get them to talk to each other? This is what you're looking at right here. That helps you from having to do everything manually, connecting things and moving information from one spot to another. It just makes it work together so nicely.
One example, and then we'll just move on because we got a lot to cover today, is if you have like a Calendly or a scheduler of some kind where clients, prospects, or associates can book an appointment on your calendar using just a link to sort of search for places to book an appointment with you. This will take all that information and put it into your CRM. And with rare exception, like depending on the tools you use, like 90-something% of the tools I've heard of are on Zapier to be able to interconnect and talk to each other. So that's just one example. There's 1,000 of them. If somebody, if you get emails over here, then this happens. If you do this, then this happens. There's so many. We all have lots of software that we use. So this tool is not where we want to mention this right off the get-go.
Absolutely. You can do amazing things from even contests, right? They insert this here and then all of a sudden it automatically shows up and posts something over here on Facebook. It's absolutely crazy. I love this one.
Yep. It can create spreadsheets for you. It can read spreadsheets for you. Like, it does all sorts of things to sort of make sure that you have information in the right place and you're not typing things in twice or double entry or all these kind of things. Okay.
Yep. It's definitely one of my favorites.
Cool.
Here's another favorite.
Fireflies. This is my companion. This is oftentimes in the rooms with your associates, and it comes up uh, really as like Fireflies notes or notes. Honorable mention would be Otter. Otter is another sort of. There's so many of them now. Read.ai. There's a bunch of them that sort of jump into your Zoom meetings. I oftentimes will click a button and record meetings in person and just let people know, hey, I'm taking some digital notes here. Hope that's okay. And if not, I can just pause it or turn it off. But ultimately, this tool is great for taking detailed notes, not only auditory notes, but it transcribes for you. And you're also able to capture video on most of these type of tools as well. You can always type in fireflies.ai VS or tell me some GPT, tell me some alternatives to fireflies.ai. And because it's one of the larger ones in the industry, you'll get a bunch of options to be able to play with. A lot of these are free up to a point. A lot of the tools we're going to be talking about today are freemium or paid at less than $20 a month. It just depends on what level you want to play with them at, but you can at least try them, most of them for free. And this is one of those. So that's good.
Yeah. When you think about how many meetings you might go to in a day, right, as a business owner, and trying to keep track of that and keeping it all in your CRM and what's going on, having something that automatically takes notes for you, game changer, right?
Come on. Yeah. I've gotten back a year after a meeting trying to refresh myself on what was it that we talked about? What did I promise them? What did they promise me? What did we decide was our action items?
Yeah.
What's our plan? And then there's AI built into these tools now so it gives you a summary and all that. We won't go into all
Summary
the
and action plans as you walk out of a meeting. Oh, yes. That just made your life how many times easier, right?
So good. And then you take those notes and put them into other AI tools and have it turn into a business plan or a executive summary or an action list.
Create a guide out of it. I mean, there's amazing things you can do with it once you've got it transcribed.
I would do that with this with this recording, and we'll get to that in a minute. Magi is one of our favorite sort of in-house tools. One of our team members built this. I think they have tens of thousands of users, if I remember right. And there's a way to be able to really just interact with multiple types of tools. Christine, you use this on a daily basis.
I use it all the time. Yeah, it is amazing. One of my favorite features about this is you have workspaces. So I literally assign a workspace to each of my clients so I can keep all of their stuff together and makes it so nice for organizing. So if you're an agency, marketing agency, or even a business owner, you've got different departments, right? You have ways of organizing things to just make it so much easier to access and find what you're looking for. And it's like, think of it as it's an umbrella that has all these different AI programs under one roof. So instead of signing in and out of 50 different programs, because we like our AI tools, you can just switch right there inside the program. Just go, oh, nope, I've decided I want to ask this question and use Gemini on it. Or now I want to change and I want to use, ChatGPT, right? So you can literally do that midstream, right? Without having to sign in and out of everything. It just makes life so much easier.
Yeah, and it's worth noting if you go to givermarketing.com/magi or magi.co/giver, either one works. Givermarketing.com/magi will get you some extra goodies if you sign up that way. So that's super fun tool to use. There is a small fee for that one, but and it's always changing. It's going up and down depending on what they decide to do to sort of make it more accessible to use. So
I know they're doing those large enterprise packages now. So when the more people you have in your organization using it, right, the price starts dropping down per user and it gets pretty nice.
Love it. Love it. I'm going to put the link in the notes for everybody and on social right now. So that'll be good for you to try out, especially if you're like, I just need one place for most of my AI tools to sort of live. This is where you want to sort of
right. And I actually have multiple users on mine. So I set up an account for my business, and then I've got my clients can all sign in. They can share it with me so I can see and give them a hand with things. If I create something, I can share it with them. It's a great tool. It's one of my favorites.
Great. Okay, so Monica's an interesting sidekick when you're doing searches online, just in your browser while you're just doing different activities. It doesn't matter what browser you use, you can basically have Monica there with you as sort of that companion while you're uh, doing different things on your computer, and it acts as like an additional research assistant with you in real time. It'll bring up information automatically while you're clicking around online, and it's the features on it are so easy and automatic that you're almost not it's almost like it's helping you get used to using AI all the time. It's almost like your trainer for like AI, and then it just pops up and says, "Did you know this?" And hey, since you're searching this, let me tell you more. And it's like super fun, and it's really interesting what it does to your brain when you use some of these type of tools. So go to givermarketing.com/Monica for this one and see if you like it. If you don't, you can always turn it off. But it's a really fun way to sort of learn the game of AI while you're online.
It's like a faithful puppy that just follows you from room to room, wherever you go online as you hop around and use your computer. I like it.
I kind of like that explanation, Christine. Very nice. Yeah, I like that. It's a good one. So Jasper is just one of the old faithfuls, tried and true. And this content writer, it helps you basically create copy. If you're in the copywriting game, you definitely already know about this. If you're starting to write more copy or text or language around your business, your association, your group, it's a fun tool to sort of just get started with and go from there. Again, jasper.ai versus other tools. You can have, there's a bunch that you could sort of reference as competitors, if you will, but this one is what most people know about, and you don't want to sort of sleep on Jasper. Jasper is definitely making progress in their world. So that's super fun. Oh, this one.
This
Christine.
is a fun one.
Yeah, this one, I don't know. My eyes just kind of lit up here when we got this one on the screen.
Absolutely.
I used to kind of snicker at some of these tools, but now I'm like, this is game on. Like, this is good.
Right. We have long content, right? If you do long broadcasts, for example, on Marketing Broadcast every Tuesday, and you've got an hour of content and you're like, oh man, that's going to take a while to clip up. Well, Opus Clip makes it easy for you. It'll go through. You can tell it how long you want it. Are you looking, what's the length that you want? It'll go through and just dice it up for you, and it just makes it so nice and easy. It's got the AI intuitive stuff built into it that kind of says, oh, this seems like a great place to stop this. You're like, yes, it is. Thank you.
Yeah, we use it on a weekly basis, and our team said, look, we're editing video, and there's sometimes when we just need a tool to help us get like 90% of the way there, and then we can sort of play with it. This is that tool. And there's a couple of others that are sort of honorable mentions and different things like that. But you definitely want to start by signing up for at least 1 month or a free trial of Opus. And you can go to givermarketing.com/Opus. You see a pattern here. There's a pattern here.
Yeah. Now remember, it is AI, and AI is not perfect. So don't assume just because it diced and sliced these clips for you that it's going to be perfect. You got to go in and look at it and see where it cut it off. If it didn't cut you off mid-sentence, mid-word, or like it only put half the concept in there. That doesn't work, right? So make sure you double check it. You can't just set it, forget it, and not look at it. You actually have to look at it and make sure the clips look like you want them to.
Yep. And then there's the words that overlay the video for you and sort of different colors. And
right. And it doesn't always transcribe exactly right. So go back, double check, make sure the words are correct. Otherwise you'll be saying all sorts of strange things. You're like,
Yep. And you can edit those words after the fact, right, Christine? Isn't that right?
Yeah, you can edit in the program, and then you can go from there. Right.
Cool.
So just go in and always double check things.
Hey, there's a tip for all these tools, right? I love it. All right, so Replic's one of those interesting nerdy tools for those who like to build apps or build websites or build different tools online that require a little bit of coding, or they require some deeper level skills. Well, now we can all type and interact with an AI tool and it will build it for us. Okay. So if you, I had an idea yesterday. How cool would it be to have like an app of my favorite board games? You can literally tell Replit. Now it does cost a little bit of money because you got to sort of pay for credits and do all these different things, but you can ask tools like Replit, take my favorite board game and turn it into an online app that I can put on the App Store.
That's
crazy, right? You get, now listen, it's not going to get you 100% of the way there. It might be not imperfect, but it might get you 70, 80, 90% of the way there. And then you got to sort of tweak it from there. But gosh, talk about thousands of hours saved for coders and builders of all kinds, makers of all kinds, when it comes to software, when it comes to apps, when it comes to websites, when it comes to anything really online that requires code. Replit is your coding partner at that point. Okay.
Right. And always remember, if you're not a coder, it's not bad to have an expert somewhere in your in your quick dial, right? If you run into problems with it going, oh man, right? And make sure you know about the security features on these things, right? So always you need experts still. So I don't think you can completely get rid of them. You want somebody that you can come to for a little advice once in a while.
Hey, yeah, when it comes to any of these tools, that's a good point, Christine. There's people that they'll let you know if you're sort of heading in the right direction or if you're not. A lot of folks in these industries are saying, look, we use those tools too, but here's what to consider. And let me take a look, once you've sort of gotten halfway, so we know that you're going the right direction and you're not wasting the time that you are spending on it. So if you know what you're doing and you got some folks in the room that sort of partner with you, like Christine saying, these tools can literally save you thousands of dollars and hundreds of hours of time if you do it right. Okay. All right. That's a good one. Honorable mention will be Lovable. And there's a couple of others out there like that. Okay. All right. Jen Spark.
You got me addicted to this one. It's all your fault, Timothy.
How would you describe it, Christine? Just from somebody who's just sort of playing with it, how would you describe this?
They're all so easy to use. That's the best part about all of these, right? You go in, you type what you want, and it's like magic. Okay, it's like the magic wand waving things, and next thing you know, everything pops up. It seems like there's nothing you can't do with AI nowadays.
Yeah, Jen Spark, and there's a couple we're going to mention here in a minute. They are more agentic. Write that down, ladies and gentlemen. They're agentic. So that means you tell it what to do, and it actually is an overachiever. It'll actually go out and try to do it for you. So, for example, if you said, hey, find as much information as you can about Christine Deane online so that I could decide whether to work with her or not, and give me her social media profiles so that I can connect with her on those social media profiles like LinkedIn and Facebook and other places, and write up a little note so that I could sort of introduce myself, tell me a little bit about some of the work she's done, and find me all of her YouTube videos from the Giver Marketing broadcast, and just give it a bunch of instructions about Christine Deane. It will bring up the networking diva. Like, she will come up and it will have gone out to maybe 40, 50, 60 different websites, found that information for you, bring it back, collate it, turn it into this, turn it into that. Create a thank you note with visuals that I can send to her that she will never forget. That kind of, like, those kind of things. Like, it'll create the graphic, like, it'll do all sorts of things all within like one prompt.
It's crazy. I've got it open in front of me right here. It's saying AI slides, AI sheets, AI documents, developer, pods, chats. I mean, it's crazy. Some of these are just like, wow.
To be real direct, GPT and Claude and some of these other tools that sort of we all have heard about, um, they're taking cues from innovative and sort of cutting edge technology like GenSpark, and there's a few others that we'll mention here in a second. But you got to at least try it just to see. Whoa, I can't believe this. It's like going into the future. Like this is what we're all going to be doing. Okay, Manus is actually one of. I paid for Magi and I paid for Manus. Those are the two AI tools that I personally. Now I'm going to pay for a lot more as time goes on, but those are the two that I'm like I'm all in with these tools. Magi and Manus, the two M's. Okay, and there's a few others that we mentioned too, but Manus is again another one of those agentic tools that has a lot of muscle. If you tell it to do something, it will be the overachiever and go out and actually do it, not just give you information about how to do it. That's what agentic is. Like they take on agency and they start going and representing you as they're searching different places. And you're like, well, that's kind of creepy. It won't be in 10 years. Like that's pretty much what we're doing in our online experience now. So it's kind of like, wow, you can take a phone anywhere with you. Yeah. It's called a cell phone. Like it's one of those technologies that it's obvious it's going to be a part of the future. And this is how we're going to do everything. So you might want to check out Manus on their sort of free trial. Go to givermarketing.com/Manus. And you can play around for a while through our link and make sure that you get some extra goodies that way. So Manus is legit.
Yep. These multi-step ones really are amazing because it's okay. I need you to research this, put it into a table, and I want this kind of information in it. I've done it for speaking opportunities for clients. We've done it for looking for jobs. I mean, the sky's the limit when you start thinking about creativity and how you want to use these tools.
Yeah, I will say too, like Manus, an example is you can go and say, find me all the business owners within an X amount of area and give me a list of all the LinkedIn profiles of these kind of folks. And it'll go out and literally be the do-gooder AI for you. And so sort of go find that information so that you don't have to hunt and peck, hunt and search. Mm-hmm. Whenever you're hunting, pecking, searching, clicking on multiple pages to do anything, don't do that. Just use one of these tools and it'll sort of correlate a fairly accurate, not always perfect, but fairly accurate list for you. Okay.
Yeah, we made a list of top podcasts recently. So we had clients looking to get on podcasts. I was like, okay, well, let's see what we can do about that. AI to the rescue.
Find the tools and then go find it. Yeah.
Absolutely. Gemini, it's kind of my standby. I go to Gemini pretty quick most of the time. If you have a pro Google account, like we've got our professional Google email, right? So we end up with access to Gemini. So that's how I first got started with it. It's nice and easy to use. It's a standby.
Yep. Whether you have a paid account or not with Google, there's tools that are sort of buried in there that I didn't even realize was so powerful until I started comparing, contrasting GPT and Claude and sort of the Google suite of AI tools. There's something called Labs, Google Labs. I think it's labs.google if I remember right. There's which is all about the imagery and the storytelling side of Google. There's something called I don't want to get too complicated here. So just go to
there's a lot of tools in there. Yeah. There's another one where it's you upload the PDF and then it's two people talking.
Yeah, there's Notebook LM.
That's the one I'm thinking of. Yep, there it is.
Yeah, it's basically Notebook Language Model is what it stands for. But Notebook LM is built by Google. It creates not only an audio podcast, but now it does visuals with it. So it's super fun. There's Google AI Studios. And I won't mention the sort of where we're at as far as the 2.5 or 3.0 or whatever it is, because there's going to be a new version coming out like probably in 2 weeks, if I remember right. So like, it doesn't really matter what version they're on. They're all trying to outpace each other. And so just grab whatever version they have, and with Google, you want to look for the Pro. Look for the word Pro, and that's the one that gets you the deepest, most interesting aspects of their tools. Look for the word Pro when you're looking at their tools, okay? All right, so there's some tips for you on Google. DeepSeek is tools coming out outside of the country. Some of these are that we've already mentioned. And so you want to be careful. Obviously, don't put your social security number or like your like private information or your bank account numbers in these type of tools, any of these tools. Like you wouldn't do that with any tool online, honestly, unless you have a very specific reason to do so and you're safe about it. And there's a safety factor to it. But unless you're dealing with your bank directly, like don't give that kind of information to anybody online, including these tools. Okay, let's use common sense, ladies and gentlemen. But DeepSeek is sort of the answer to GPT. It's sort of the answer to Google's suite of AI tools. It's sort of the answer to Claude. It's the answer to sort of the American built AI tools. This is the countries around the world trying to build the competitors. Okay, so if you want to play around and see how that works for you, then try it. It actually does a really good job. And
I love these deep research ones are so much fun.
Yeah. And then we try to answer back with a bunch of advancements in the ones in the United States and Canada and other places that we're sort of building these tools. So the world is becoming an AI race right now. Like we're racing to the moon, we're racing to AI, we're racing to a lot of different we're racing to Mars right now. So anyway, perfect segue into Grok. Grok is built by X, which is Elon Musk's brainchild. And so there's a lot of compute power behind this one. They're really good at math and research. It's one of the smarter AI tools when it comes to like intellectually smart, but there's other parts of it that just aren't as good as GPT or Gemini or some of these other tools, Claude, that we mentioned before. So
I think Grok's really known for its social listening. So, you want to find out what's trending, what's going on right now. Somebody mentioned recently that not being in America since they were out of the country, right, where they can get their news. Sometimes they're in an area where freedom of speech isn't an option. So they actually will use Grok and Twitter and that kind of stuff to get the boots on the ground information of what's going on in their areas. I was like, ooh, interesting. I hadn't thought of that, but yeah, makes sense.
Yep. It leverages the X platform so that it can sort of keep you up to speed on the chatter that's happening out there. So it's an interesting tool. It's really strong in a couple of points, but maybe not so much in a couple of the other points. So, hey, a lot of people will take these tools and have 3 or 4 of them open at one time and just compare them and then start deciding how they want to use their own tools that way. Note GPT. Here's an action item for you, ladies and gentlemen. Go to notegpt.io, even right now if you want. Open it up. And as soon as this broadcast is published on YouTube, grab the link. If you're watching this recorded, then you can grab it right now. Grab the link, put it into Note GPT, and ask it to give you a summary and a transcript of the entire YouTube video. And just watch what happens. And I think I'll just leave it at that.
Ooh, I'm excited. I want to use this one. I haven't used this one yet. You've inspired me, Timothy.
Yeah, especially for those longer videos that you want to just sort of give me the bottom line. What are they talking about? What's the transcript? Maybe I took 4 videos using tools like this from some church services, some religious services that I was wanting to grab some information from, put it all into GPT or some of the tools of my choice, took all the transcripts, put them all into AI of choice, and then asked it a bunch of questions about all 4 of the transcripts, just to make sure that I had my mind around. Think about like going to a conference and you're speaking grab a bunch of videos from the folks that are going to be speaking with you, get an idea what they're going to be talking about, and then kind of craft your interactions with them. Maybe you're on a panel together. Like there's just so many, whatever you do to grab information from a YouTube video, Note GPT is your best friend.
Ooh, I've got it open now. I'm just saying, it looks pretty awesome. I literally just dropped the YouTube link. It says summarize now. Hit that button. Oh yeah, we're going to have some fun.
Get ready. Rock and roll. I love it. Yeah. And there's a few other tools like this out there. You can do the comparison thing we talked about earlier, and that's fine.
Here's another one that I love for research, Perplexity.
Ooh, and they got some paid features, some agentic components. So does GPT, by the way. But Perplexity is not something you want to forget about, because they have sort of a suite of AI tools starting to develop around their brand and their platform that is something else. Yeah. How would you explain this one?
And it says ideal for quick research, citations. Now, the citations you're seeing more often now, right?
Yeah.
As you're getting into the GPTs, you're seeing that, okay, here's the answer. And then here's the link to look at the research so you can see the original source. Then you can decide for yourself, is this reputable? Is this credible? Is this something, okay, this sounds like a great place to get the information. Otherwise, sometimes you look and you go, kind of shaky. I don't know if I want to make that claim based on this evidence, right? So it's nice that you're actually getting those citations now. So I really appreciate that feature.
Yep, they were the forerunners on that, and they sort of pushed everybody else to start doing that. And then Perplexity is now going to another level, and then another level. They're not slowing down. So you definitely want to pay attention to the ones that sort of fizzle out a little bit. Like there might be a couple of the ones that we mentioned that might sort of fall behind because they're not advancing fast enough. But at least we're giving you a list to go check out and then compare to other tools that are sort of coming out literally on a daily basis right now. What's ironic is the AI tools are actually creating other AI tools. And so like Replit, for example, can clone a lot of these kind of tools, and folks in other countries are cloning the tools that we have, we have in the United States. And that's free market, baby. Let's go. Like, let's just do what we can. And the world of IP is getting shaken up right now. Like this world of proprietary information and intellectual property is, be careful. Just be careful with all that. But Perplexity has developed in an authentic way, a legal way. They've really taken their game to another level on the agentic side, where it starts doing work for you, not just giving you information back. It'll actually go out and do some deeper research. And there's something called Comet that they have that's super interesting. It's a paid feature, but it might be worth it for some of you. Okay.
Yeah, depending on how you want to use the AI and what you're looking for. Right? So we like to give you an options of different AI tools you can look at, and you got to pick the one that works best for you and what you're trying to do with the AI, right?
Yep.
Here we go.
This is a fun one. If you're somewhere and like you just want to try a new tool that has a lot of different models like Claude and GPT and other tools sort of built into it and has some fun interfaces. It's just another version of some of these aggregate type of tools that allow you to interact with multiple language models, multiple AI tools all in one place. This is like an honorable mention almost behind Magi, if you want to think of it that way.
Yeah, I think Magi's got like 50 of them underneath there between the large language models and then the image creation and the video creation.
Yeah.
It's wow.
Yeah, Magi's wow. Poe is like there if you need it. Let's just put it that way. Yeah. All right. So these tools we're not going to go into deeply. We're just going to list them for you because we want to make sure that the sort of the creatives in the room get a little nod. There's a tool called VO3, VEO. I shouldn't even say. I think they're going to keep the name VO3, but look up VO3, look up some of these tools here that you have on the screen, take screenshots, download this YouTube video, grab the link and run it through Note GPT, do whatever you need to do to grab this list of tools as well as part of this conversation. Okay. We won't spend too much time on these. They're just self-explanatory once you get to their website. I love the fact that you can do custom GPTs now, create very special pieces and parts to give information, almost like customer service bots. But more than that, they can dive into your deepest data of your company or your organization, provide information on demand very quickly. I was talking to a nonprofit recently where they're trying to connect a bunch of other nonprofits within their city. And I just said, hey, why don't you just create a city custom GPT? And then they can all sort of have their data in one place. And then you just interact with the GPT. And then everybody knows about the events, the nonprofits, the websites of the nonprofits, sort of going from a directory to something very interactive. And yeah, so they're going to do it. It's kind of fun.
There's some amazing ways to use that with the custom. We've done things like the custom personas and being able to, I want you to take all the trending social media viral style and use those techniques and use those to create my social media posts. I mean, it's amazing what you can do with it. So get creative. The only limit is your imagination, right? What would save you time? What would make a lot of sense to have access to, right? And start ask your AI.
Yeah. If you're a coach, consultant, or public figure, and you want to check out Delphi, you're going to want to check out Delphi if you're one of those folks. But you also want to consider creating your own custom GPT so that when people come and ask you questions on a FAQ website, page or something like that, you can point them to an interactive GPT that has answers that you would probably give them based on sort of your body of work. So you can upload like YouTube videos, documents, interviews, like all sorts of different things to give it context. And so it would answer as if it was you.
We created a contract maker for art specifically, right? I mean, so there's sky's the limit. Just get creative and start thinking. You're going to come up with some amazing ways to use this to help your business.
Great. Well, Christine,
last one right here.
Yeah,
These are my favorites right here. These are the ones that are for if you make slide decks, right? Typeset and beautiful AI will help make your slide decks faster, prettier, the whole 9 yards. You'd be amazed. It's cut hours out of my slide deck time when I bring these tools to the table. I'm telling you, big game change.
I'm part of a group called C12. It's a Christian executive organization, and we did about 90% of our slide deck work through Beautiful AI or beautiful.ai, and it was really good.
They are truly beautiful slides.
They are truly beautiful. Yeah. And sometimes you just want simple slides like we have right now, and sometimes you want like over the top visuals and all these different things. So depending on what you need, you can sort of play with these tools. And then I think you said GenSpark has some of those features built in.
Yeah, Pop AI I've used. So there's a bunch of tools out there. Just if whatever it is that you're doing repetitively in your business, right? Think about how can I bring AI into this to make it a little bit easier. Right?
There you go. I think there's a few other some of the bigger AI language models are starting to build in some of these features, but maybe not quite as good. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Crystal Knows has been around for a while. Crystal, as she is affectionately called, is a tool that is built on top of LinkedIn. And so it's become much more than that now because it leverages personality tests and assessments and sort of aggregates it. And it's an interesting tool. I would, if you're a LinkedIn fan or if you're on LinkedIn a lot, I would highly recommend going to givermarketing.com/Crystal. That'll give you some sort of deeper play tools for LinkedIn, and that's super fun. So a little bit of an honorable mention there too on our list.
Yeah, I usually use My Most Trusted, which kind of has similar features with personality. But is Crystal free?
I believe there's a certain aspect of her of the platform that's free, And then there's others that are paid, like many of these tools. Yeah.
Right. Sometimes you get a free trial or just a little bit, but if you really want the good stuff, a lot of times you got to go pro, right?
Yeah. Give it a shot. See what you think. And ping us if you have any questions or if you'd like to know more information. Yeah. Which tools stood out to you the most, Christine? Which tools stood out to you, folks who are watching either live or recorded? We want to hear those in the comments, because the more comments you make, the more you help other people. It also helps the algorithm for us as well. So start chatting it up right now in the comments. Let us know as you're watching this, what tools are standing out to you. I'm putting a bunch of links in the comments, so you can go click on them, take a look at them if you want. But which ones sort of stood out to you? Brandon, which one stood out to you? Rich, which one stood out to you? Len, I see you guys rocking and rolling in the chat right now, so I'm super excited to hear. Christine, what do you think? What about you?
You know, every time we talk, you end up giving me a new tool that I haven't played with yet. And then down the rabbit hole I go. It's all your fault, Timothy. But oh my goodness, every time you find a new one that I like these multi-step ones, right? Where you can give it a complex set of directions and it literally goes through all the steps. Some of them will lie to you and tell you, oh, I'll send that to you. And you're like, no, you won't. You're not going to send me an email with that information. Right. So you always have to pay attention for the hallucinations. Every once in a while, I'll get somebody to message me like, my AI said it was going to email me. I'm like, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Right. Tell it to create a table and then download it or copy and paste it. Right. But the ones that actually create it, those are so nice. So I'm a big fan of those. That's like the way to go. And I think as we're watching these advance more and more, we're going to see more that aren't just going to tell you what to do, but actually do it for you, like you mentioned. And it's getting exciting.
Agentic. It's almost worth just researching agentic AI tools that are free to use or free to try or low cost or whatever, however you want to do it. But yeah, Len is saying he used Manus for the first time a couple of weeks ago, and it's crazy. Yeah, totally agree. That's one of the reasons I pay for that one, because I want more of Manus. I tell you what, it saved me so much time. Like things I couldn't actually technically not even do. It'll go do it for you. So that's super interesting. Well, good.
Right.
Well, today's challenge. Come on, 2 tools. Find 2 tools that were listed here today, or that you found with your research based on the inspiration from our talk today, and let us know which ones you're using. Put it in the chat. It's okay. We're in a sort of a free market era. Like, just let people know what tools you're using, and they might even be able to help you or team up with you on some things. And we're happy to do the same. So if you want to have more chatter about these type of tools and resources, go to givermarketing.com/group. I'll put that in the chat box and sort of in the comments as well.
Come hang out in the group. Let us know which tools you played with, which ones were your favorites. Come share with us if you have questions about it, right? Come on in, hop into our free group, talk to us. Let us know what you're working on.
Super safe and fun environment. We're a group of do-gooders in the marketing, communication, media space, as you probably know. We love to get the message out about causes and companies doing good in the world. So that group is really sort of our starting point, our watering hole. It's a no-cost group, but you do need to be accepted into it. So just mention, hey, I saw your broadcast, or hey, let me in, please. I promise to be nice, or so just let us know that you're a legit person and answer a couple of questions. You can get into the group very quickly, even today, if you go ahead and click on that link I just put in the social feeds and all that. So, well, Christine, I do want to mention one tool that I wasn't able to put on the deck. It's sort of that bonus tool that will blow some people's minds. Okay. It's called Boardy.
Boardy?
Yeah. BOARDY.ai. And this was brought to me, like all of these tools are brought to me by one of our awesome members. We have over 100 members in the Giver Marketing Network, and we chatter all the time about these tools. We have special channels just for AI tools. We have creators that are building multi-million-dollar companies around AI tools and these kind of things. So Boardy is, if you want to have an insanely interesting interaction with an AI tool and have an assistant help you with your LinkedIn profile research, like finding people that would be interesting to connect with very specific criteria, and get an email introduction to some of those people. And if nothing else, get their LinkedIn profile sent to you. Just try Bordy. Just see what happens. It's a free tool, and it is super interesting the way that they even onboard you and the way that they interact with you. They actually have a AI call you and then
Is
have
this the I'm the world's most connected AI?
Yep.
Is that the super connector one? I
Yep.
just found it. Oh my goodness, look at this.
Yeah, it's almost hard to explain how interesting this experience is. If you want to connect with, millions of folks especially through LinkedIn, you're definitely going to want to try this, and it's not going to cost you anything to try it. So, you start with WhatsApp, and then it calls you. It asks you a bunch of questions. It pings you back on WhatsApp, and then it's off to the races.
All right, you've got my interest. You know how much I love the connection space, and that's going to be one. All right, that's on my list. That's going to be one of my two that I'm checking out today for my homework assignment.
Hey, shout out to Trevor Martin for bringing that one to the table. There's Christine, you've brought a bunch of these to the table. Oz has brought some to the table. I mean, we didn't even mention some of the huge guerrilla platforms that have been around for age. It seems like, ages now, but we just wanted to get some of the more obscure ones, the up and coming ones, sort of the ones that are helping us, complement some of the basic language models that we're playing with, that we have been playing with. And listen, ladies and gentlemen, you're all in. That's why you're watching this. You're wanting to learn and grow, but for the sake of your friends and family who are in business or who have jobs that are sort of needing to be upgraded with some AI support, please reach out to us. We have support, we have training, we have all sorts this is just the tip of the iceberg. Like, we just want to give you a lay of like what's happening, what's possible, a few examples, a few tools we're exploring with you today. We're having fun today, but if you have any questions, please at least put it in the comments so that we can come back and follow up with you. But those who are embracing the appropriate ways to use AI tools will find their families to be blessed. Those that are sort of head in the sand, I'm just not, it's just overwhelming, or I'm not sure what to do, or I'm too, I'm older, I just don't want to learn a new thing, or it scares me, or I'm afraid. Just reach out. We'll pray for you. Like it's a new world that we're in, sort of like when fax machines sort of phased out, and then we got into computers, and then we got into cell phones. Now we're getting into AI and other things too. But ultimately, if we know more about it, we can sort of safeguard our families and use these tools appropriately, and have ways to sort of leverage them for effectiveness and efficiency. Say it with me, ladies and gentlemen: effectiveness and efficiency. You put those two together and you make more revenue, you make more impact, you make more splashes in the world for good. And so that's what we're about. Christine, do you have anything else to add as we wrap up today?
No, I think we covered a lot. I think this is going to keep everybody really busy today. They're going to be rewatching this video a couple of times, trying to figure out which one they want to play with next. So join the group, come play with us. If you've got something that you really like to use that's an AI program that we didn't talk about, once again, come back into our group, right? Join our group and talk to us about it. Say, hey, I've been using this AI program and it's been great for this purpose, right? Come share it with us.
Cool. Well, thank you, Brandon, Marlena, Dr. Rich, Gordon. There's so many folks that have been watching with us live, and Len, and just others that have just kind of been tracking with us on all the different social media platforms in our broadcast today. Thank you for joining with us today. Share this with your friends, and we look forward to supporting you. God bless.
Oh, I almost forgot, Timothy. Tomorrow's Wednesday. networking for marketers. So come hang out if you're in PR, media, any of that space. Don't be a lonelypreneur. Givermarketing.com/networking. We're there every Wednesday. We'll see you soon.